The search begins with instinct and patience. Materials must be gathered from the living world. Each thread carries the promise of shelter. The first incision marks the beginning of creation. A delicate stitch binds two leaves together. With careful force, structure begins to take form. But even the gentlest wind reminds how fragile it all is.
The work continues, steady and precise. Each stitch brings the leaves closer together. Thread by thread, the shape begins to emerge. There is no blueprint, only instinct. Every movement must be exact. The smallest mistake could undo everything. The forest watches, silent but unforgiving. A pause, to listen, to sense danger. Then the rhythm resumes, but the sky begins to change. Rain falls without warning. The fragile structure is tested. Leaves tremble under the weight of water. Still, the work does not stop. Endurance becomes the only choice. As the storm fades, light returns. What was fragile now holds. A shelter is born from patience and precision.
Inside this woven shelter, life begins to form. Hidden from the world, the future rests in silence. Two fragile eggs lie at the center of it all. They carry everything that is yet to come. Now, movement slows and stillness takes over. Warmth must be constant. Every moment demands patience. The outside world continues, indifferent. But inside, time stretches quietly. Day turns to night, and night to day again. Nothing appears to change, yet life is growing, unseen. Every heartbeat is a promise. Every breath sustains what cannot yet survive alone. Vigilance never fades. Even in stillness, danger is never far. The wait continues, and with it, the quiet tension of what is to come. In the forest, nothing stays hidden for long. A silent presence begins to close in. Every movement now carries risk. The air shifts. Something is wrong. A predator watches from the shadows. Slow, deliberate, patient. The nest is no longer unseen. Instinct takes over. There is no place to run, only the choice to defend. The smallest guardian stands its ground. A warning breaks the silence. The threat moves closer. Tension tightens with every second. This is a moment of survival. A sudden burst of motion. Wings strike, fearless and desperate. The The forest erupts in sound. For a moment, everything hangs in balance. Then, the threat falters. The predator withdraws. But the danger never truly leaves.
After long days of waiting, something begins to change. A subtle movement breaks the stillness. The shell trembles. A crack appears. Life pushes from within. Fragile, but determined. The first opening to the world. A tiny beak breaks through. The boundary between silence and life is gone. With effort, the shell gives way. A new life emerges. Weak, exposed, and vulnerable, but alive. Another shell begins to break. The cycle repeats. Two small lives now share this fragile space. Blind to the world, yet driven to survive. Instinct takes hold immediately. Tiny bodies search for warmth. Mouths open, reaching for life. The beginning is always the most fragile and the most powerful. Life does not wait. Each day brings change. Strength begins to replace fragility. Movements grow more certain. Hunger drives constant effort. The parents return again and again. Every meal is a step towards survival. Feathers begin to emerge. Form takes shape. The nest grows smaller with each passing day. Curiosity replaces stillness. The outside world begins to call. Small wings begin to move, uncertain but determined. Balance is tested at the edge. The wind no longer feels like a threat, but a force to understand. There's hesitation, then instinct takes over. A leap into the unknown. For a moment, only air and movement. Then control. Flight. What was once fragile now survives on its own. The nest remains behind, a quiet reminder of where it all began.